Yo, what's up, guys? Just vibing out here a little bit, setting up some pay-per-click campaigns. I will be giving away some good stuff on the stream because you'll actually see me set up a couple of the campaigns. I've already set up one. I'm doing multiple different ad groups for different keywords, so you'll see these different setups as I go through here. Let me turn down the music a little bit. Also, if you don't know, the best way to focus is to throw on some music like this that is just constant in the background and throws your productivity through the roof. So let's take a peek here. I'm going to close out a couple of things. Put this window out. Yeah, so like I said, if you're new to this, you've never run pay-per-click ads. Basically, PPC is just targeting off-market people with Google search ads. So that's the little things that you see at the top when you type in "sell my house fast." So this little section right up here, like this is a sponsored ad, like Doug Hopkins right here, buy houses all cash. You can see all these people are running pay-per-click ads, and when people want to go sell their house, instead of cold calling, texting, all these outbound things, people will just click on these. They'll hit your landing page. They throw in their address. So this is an example of a page here. This is not mine. I'm just showing you kind of what the process is. And people will just go fill out this form, and instead of spending your time, you just spend some money, typically anywhere between $20 to $200 a lead in some cases, for these leads. So looks like my camera's having some issues. Let me just swap it. I'm just gonna use the built-in FaceTime cam. Even though the quality sucks on it, I'm gonna use this because my iPhone is uploading a video right now. I was having some streaming issues over the weekend, and I have a video that is getting posted to YouTube where I was just updating everyone on what my process was, and that's what's uploading here in the background. It's just kind of eating all my bandwidth. Actually, I think it might be done. Take a look. No, it's still uploading here. So it's like 46%. It's about a 30-minute long video, so this is going to take a little while to upload. Also, appreciate all you guys that are tuning into the streams. I think we're at 33 new subscribers. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you keep tuning in because I'll keep posting these whether you tune in or not. So hopefully they're helpful for you. So let's pop back here. And what I'm going to do now is just set up another campaign. Or I'm going to create the same campaign, a different ad group inside that campaign. So we're starting our campaigns at $100 a day. And then we're going to scale from there. So you can see I have my first ad group here. Second ad group is going to be for a different keyword. I just put in all of my negative keywords, negative locations for this ad. And why that's important is like you'll hear a lot of people like, "Hey, I tried to do PPC and it just didn't work out." 9 times out of 10, like they say, it didn't work out because of lead quality. And all lead quality is a factor of how well did you filter your campaigns. Because the reality is all PPC works at getting you leads. Yeah, all PPC works at getting you lead flow, but the issue that people have with PPC is just the quality of it isn't there, and it's usually a factor of filtering. So what criteria you put on the leads to filter them down, and then your follow-up process on the back end, and also your patience, because a lot of people get into PPC and they give it a month, maybe 2 months, and then you're like, PPC didn't work for me. Well, it did, but you didn't give it time. Typically what I see with PPC is it's at least 90 days to get things dialed in and optimized. And if you can't stomach through that, then don't do PPC. Because if you do it for 2 months, you're not giving Google's Pixel enough time to really learn. And if you're spending under $100 a day you're not getting enough pixel fires. So the way to think about it is, let's say you're teaching a kid how to spell. Just because you teach them a couple of words doesn't mean they're automatically going to go and be able to spell. They're typically going to be a little rough. They're typically going to be, they're going to mess up some words. This is a phrase match. They're going to mess up some words. They're going to stumble through it. And Google's Pixel is the same. When you start running ads, even in a seasoned account, a brand new campaign needs time to really dial itself in before it gets optimized. And if you only give it a month at $50 a day, you're really only running maybe 20 pixel fires through that pixel that hit your page. And when I say pixel fires, all of that means is Google puts a pixel on your page to track conversion, and it needs enough of those conversions to be able to say, oh, this is who this person's looking for. They're looking for people like this person that wants to sell their house. They met this criteria, so on and so forth. If it doesn't match that, or it doesn't get enough, sorry, I'm looking at the match types here. If it doesn't get enough of those pixel fires, then Google's not really going to be able to optimize at all. It's just going to be guessing at who you want. So you really got to give it 90 days and $100 a day to get it really dialed in. Like, you can get by with $50 a day, but even at $50 a day, I mean, it's not a ton of pixel fires. I mean, you're doing the math. If you have a great cost per lead, you're running like 15 or 16 pixel fires. And I think the minimum, I know Facebook's minimum is like 50 pixel fires before it can really optimize an ad. So Google, I would imagine, is probably going to be somewhere around the same. So if you're not running that amount of pixel fires through it, like, don't expect to get high quality leads and for PPC to be your best channel, because at best PPC is going to be an 8 to 10x return on ad spend. Maybe a little bit higher depending on what your processes look like, or you have different ways of closing. So if you're spending $1,500 a month and you're getting the best return on ad spend, a 10x return on ad spend, that's $15,000 that you're going to get coming back. Now that's a great trade, but it's going to be spotty at first. Like, it's not going to go, and 10x return on ad spend is high. Most people, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get a 5x return, so half that. So $1,500 to make $7,500. It's basically, you're going to close one deal a month at that spend. So to really do some damage, you need to get to like $5,000 a day. And if you're at like a 5x return, that's $25,000. And that really builds some momentum. And then if you can get, $5,000 a day and you really dial in your processes, you can get an 8x return. That's 40 grand a month from PPC. That's where you're really going to be scaling things. So that's why I need close to like $10,000 a month. And multiple different ways to scale, or multiple different ways to structure my deals, so I can close the most amount from it and really scale up from there. So I just added in a new ad group. I'm separating all the ad groups by the main types of keywords, so I can see which keyword group is going to get me the best cost per lead and focus in on those. So that's why I put them in different groups, because you'll see that there's reporting for each type of ad group. And right now I'm just setting up the actual ad. So this is what it'll look like in newsfeed. Here's what it'll look like on desktop. So similar to what you saw there, I'm just adding in things now. So now what I'm going to do is customize it for this keyword, because the keyword we're searching for is cash on buyer. So I'm going to customize all of these headlines to match the keyword. I want it to match as much as possible. So it's showing all the call outs that I have added. I don't know why in here it's showing like neighborhoods, Phoenix. I don't want any of those. I don't know where that's coming from. I'd imagine it's got to be tied to one of these call outs. Okay, that's what it is. It's the structure snippet that's adding this down here at the bottom. I don't want it to show any neighborhoods, especially Arizona one, when we're in Florida. So I'm on Florida, cash, fire, trusted, Florida trusted, cash, fire. Florida, sell your home, cash, Florida, that's good. Skip annoying. I'm gonna leave all the descriptions the same because I just want to be testing headlines here. And it's gonna say the ad strength is poor because it wants me to use these call to action keywords. Google's little AI tool here is not always the best at making recommendations, so I don't recommend following it, especially if you know what you're doing. It's gonna have you be really broad in a lot of cases. Okay, so that's my second ad group. Cash buyers. What's my next ad group? So I have a little spreadsheet here that I'm working off of to see these. You can't see this here because that would be giving away too much, but I will let you see me set them up. So we did sell house fast, cash home buyers, sell house flipper. I'm gonna do we buy houses is our next one. We buy houses. And then my keywords are going to be, and I'm going to hop off here soon. I got to go get my kids to school. But just wanted to pop on for a little bit, give you guys a quick status update, show you how I set up some PPC campaigns, and how I'm going to start getting some lead flow. I got to catch up to Stratton. He's already got 4 contracts, I think, out, which is cool. I'm going to catch up to him. No biggie. I'm not worried about it because I'll have all my systems dialed in, and he's going to get to a point of burnout somewhere. It's going to catch up to him. So this is We Buy Houses. So I need all my We Buy Houses keywords. And you'll notice, like, next to some of these, I'm going to be doing exact match keywords, and some are going to be phrase match. That's important when you're running these because some of these keywords you want them to be exact, and some of them you want to be phrases. And the reason being is in search there, you can go research this, but in Google search you can do a broad match, which means it'll come up with we buy bounce houses, we'll buy blow up houses, we'll buy all kinds of crazy stuff. And if you don't use the right matching criteria, your ads won't show for what you actually want it to show. It'll show for all kinds of crazy stuff. So you want to make sure you dial these in. Otherwise your ads will start bringing in the wrong people. So these are the little nuances that no one really thinks about, but if you've been running ads for a while, you'll know exactly what to be doing. So the brackets here, we buy houses, And what I'm going to also do as I go through this is I'm going to start targeting some of these per the state, and then some of these per the specific cities we want to target. So it's gonna get really interesting in here. Exact. We're gonna go deep. We're gonna get this. This will be the best performing ad account, just so I can use it as a case study for everyone to see. Because I've set up PPC for a lot of people, and for the most part, people tend to give up early on it. We buy houses, and that's ultimately why they don't see success. Is they just give up too early. I'm going for the house buyer. I don't want to use We Buy Houses because that's the ugly house buyer people, and they'll try to take down our ads for trademark. So let's do number 1. Pretty fast one off. Those are all good. Okay, so on to the next one. Okay, so you can see here, like, the ads go under review, and then they say eligible. I think the campaign is still under review, so it's reviewing all the ads, and it's looking at the bidding strategy. So I think we're getting close here. So we got 3 different ad groups. I think I'll probably end up having 12 different ad groups that I'll break down all here. So we're getting close. I got about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna hop off here. Get these kids to school, hit the gym, and then I'll be back here for work, and then I will probably be on stream later, just showing you some of the performance stats for how the campaigns are going. Still working on getting a marketing plan together for iSpeed, and hopefully we can get some lead flow from them, and then these streams will flip to me less building and more making offers. And then we'll go get some more agent dollars for the PPC campaign. So keep on chugging along here. We are on Sell My House Online. Alright, another one done. I'm interested to see which one of these are going to perform well. Typically I like to stack. I've tried just stacking all of these in one campaign and then pulling out the winners from there. There's a couple different ways to do it. I like simple campaigns because they're easier to manage. Something like this, when you start adding on all these different layers, what happens is you take this $100 a day budget and it dilutes it, and it doesn't really let Google do the best that it can. It'll kind of waddle all over the place trying to figure out where to go. But I think with this structure, I think we'll be good. We'll test it, we'll roll it out, play with a couple of different messages, see what keywords are going to perform the best for us. So I'm interested to see how it all work out. From my experience, it's going to work out great. So let's sell my house on fast, sell my house, sell house, flipper. Might do some of these as skags too. Basically what a skag is a single keyword ad group, just to see how it performs. And basically, again, what skags are, it keeps everything simple. One keyword per ad group, and you can see how well that keyword's performing. The downside is, like, I guess it's not even really a downside for this type of campaign, but what you run into for campaigns where it's limited is single keyword ad groups don't get enough impressions to really kind of move the needle. And when you do broad match, like, it just creates complexity that you don't need. So it becomes a little bit harder. Alright, so that's it for me. Gotta go get ready, get the kids to school, get off to the gym. But I'm going to pop back in here later on today and finish adding in some of these keywords for the campaign. This is going to be under review for the next few hours or so. And I'll pop in, show you how performance is doing, what KPIs I look at, and how I really dial all of this in. So I'll see you a little bit later.